I think I made a kind of, not like a commitment, but that I'll try to come on here live once every week. Today is Saturday, and this is like my first time of entering the pen. This is like my second time of being at the farm this week, but my first time of entering the pen. So this time, this season, this is August. The sale of egg is usually kind of slow, and so that would affect a whole lot of things. So it's more like I'm coming into the pen today to check on my birds, to check on how they are doing, to check that they are fine, to check if I would notice anything that would need my attention. So I'm probably just going to be on this live for about 5 minutes or thereabouts, just to check on the well-being of my birds. Yeah, so this is August, and usually in August like this, August and towards the beginning of September, school children are on holiday in Nigeria. Of course, I do my business in Nigeria, so it always slowed down. This season, the sale of egg is usually slowed down, and it's just been really, I don't know, just some crazy times. So, but of course, it's not something that can be dealt with. Well, as a layer poultry farmer, you should just always try and study your calendar. And I think, yeah, I did a video about how I ensure I sell off my eggs at every time. So that video would come handy at every time. So, yeah, so this is just me going around checking on my birds. Of course, this is our oldest set of birds again. I think they are 93 weeks now, so I'll just look around to be sure that all the birds are fine. And some of the things I have to look out for to know that my layer poultry birds are fine is to check how they are feeding. So it is past 2 p.m. and they are going to give them their next batch of feed by 3 p.m. Of course, there are lots of eggs here because they've not picked any egg today. We've been really busy all day, so there's no way they can even pick any egg. I just told them to suspend that till evening, so they'll pick the whole eggs by evening. And there are tons of eggs here. So yeah, I'm just going to look around. So yeah, like I was saying, some of the things you'd use in knowing that your birds are healthy is to check their activity. Are they very active? You check what their combs look like, their combs and their wattle. Is it bright? It should be bright red and should be upright, at least. Like, of course, this one is looking like this. It doesn't mean it's not healthy, but it should look something. It should look like this. That's how you know your birds are healthy. Of course, then also check how much feed they have in their troughs to be sure that they've really been eating well. Then check for any sluggishness or any sluggishness among the flock. Are they drinking water? Are they pecking on themselves? So these are just things to note whenever you get into your layer poultry pen, in order for you to know if your birds are fine or not. So you also check if you're seeing so many of them trying to sleep or dull. Yeah, there are also ways you know that, okay. But I think all the birds right now, you can also see them. You would agree with me that the birds are fine. They are mostly fine. So this is one row. I don't think I want to get far to the end of the pen. So I'll just stay here and check them. Of course, I also noticed that they are scratching. You see this bird here? They are scratching. So it would mean that we might have to use the lice chemical very soon. We would have someone come check them and have to, is it disinfect the whole pen? Yeah, I'm seeing a couple of them scratching. So that's also something to note for me. Like, look at this bird over there. Yeah, that's something to note for me. And what else? So you see this feeder is empty. They'll have their next set of next batch of feed in about 45 minutes. By then I would have been out of the farm. What else? They are not restless, so it means that they are fine. and it means that the weather is also very cool. The weather isn't hot. If the weather was hot, they might be panting and be generally restless. But the weather is fine. They're all just going about their activity, eating, drinking water, and of course laying egg, which is their sole purpose of being in this farm. Yeah, so there are so many flies around, and I think that's also because of the rainy season that just started again. But we have some chemical we put on the floor for the flies, so that is dealing with all the flies right now. I'm sure by tomorrow there won't be as many as this. Okay, so let me just still look around. Okay, yeah, this live is over. Oh, it's over 6 minutes already, so I should leave very soon. But then, like I said, I just have to check on my birds to be sure that my birds are fine, and that the fact that I have not seen them this way in the last 6 days, yeah, I need to make my own observation. Of course, I would always ask my staff, oh, how are the birds? They'll say, oh, they are fine. But then sometimes you have to check your things yourself. Okay. All right. Oh, there are lots of eggs here. Lots of eggs. And I think most of the cells, they already have at least three eggs. 3 here, 3 here. And some of them would even have 4. Another 3 here. 3 here also. So I just told my staff not to bother picking the egg at 1 p.m. They should just do the whole pick by 4:30 p.m. Okay. I don't want to enter the other pen, so I'll just make my assessments from. I'll just get the whole assessment I need from this pen. And of course, this pen houses most of our birds. There are over 3,000 birds in this pen. Okay, Matt, so I have a question here. Martin Soyoye. How often do you visit the farm on general inspection? I mean, to check the health of the birds. Okay, so I actually come to the farm like twice a week. And every time I come, I have to make a general inspection on the birds. Just walk around like I am doing now. Walk around, check that they are all fine. I do that every time I come to the farm. So I have been at the farm earlier this week, but I couldn't. I think I basically just came to pick eggs at the farm. I had lots of eggs at the farm, so that was what was my priority on that day. But today, of course, taking all the eggs at the farm is still my priority. But not checking on my birds for over 6 days is not good enough. So that's why I have to get into the pen today to make sure that I have my own assessments of the birds. So on how often do I visit the farm? I visit the farm like twice a week. And sometimes I am here 3 times a week. Okay, so is there any other question for me? Can you imagine we have 5 eggs here? How many birds are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we have 5 birds here. Why are they 5? I think they probably saw one bird loitering around and they just dropped the bird somewhere. It shouldn't be so. They should just look for a cell that has maybe about 2 birds or 3 birds and leave one there. But it is good that it shows that every bird in this cage has laid an egg today. That's why we have 5. Impressive. And look at these guys here. They are 4 and they've only laid 2 eggs. You guys should better do better. Do better. Okay, yeah, these are 4 birds. 4 birds, and we have 4 eggs. 4 birds are here and we have 4 eggs. Okay, so I think that's about all my inspection for today. Is there any other question? I need to leave the farm right now. I need to arrange eggs in my car. Yeah, I think I've done a video about arranging eggs in the car, so I don't have to do another one. I have about maybe 450 crates to arrange in the car this afternoon, so I need to get. Yeah, so from my observation, birds are fine, they are healthy, they are eating well, they are drinking water like they should, and I think the eggs are also pretty nice. Okay, there's another question. Do you give work induction to your staff as regards to them also checking the health of the birds on daily basis? So my staff here, most of them have been here for like over a year, so they actually know when some of those birds, when the birds are sick, like when they are feeding them, they know how the birds should all come out to feed. So if there is any sluggishness, inactivity with the birds, they know that, oh, they should let me know. And sometimes I am probably looking, watching from the camera. We have cameras around the farm to see the activities of the birds also. But I think many of them around, yeah, they know that once they notice anything among the birds, they should inform me immediately. So sometimes I might probably have to now come to the farm more frequent than I should, like to also make an observation myself. So yeah, they know what they should look out for. Like, we've been together for over a year, so they know that, okay, they had this observation, they noticed this with the birds, they would inform me, because yes, I talk to them every day, sometimes every 5 hours, so they would know that they should inform me about it, look out for. And yes, so you can imagine if they are feeding a particular line with 3 bags of feed every day, and they fed them in the morning, and in the afternoon there's so much feed left in their feeders, then they already know, the person in charge of that line knows that there is an issue, and of course I should be informed immediately. So of course I think I'm fine with that. Okay, so is there any other question? Martins Shoyoye, I hope I have answered your question. Yes, okay, brilliant answer to my questions. Nice staff and manager communication. Of course, that is very, very important, because these birds, again, they can't talk. So we literally have to do everything for them. Like, we have to think for them. We have to watch their signs, watch their behavior to guess what might be the problem with them. So we are like their brain, we just have to try as much as possible to be in their thoughts. And of course, I also have to safeguard my investment, so that's also very important. Okay, so I need to go now. I'm even here for close to 40 minutes already. Thank you to everyone who is able to join this live. Yeah, so till next week, when I am at the farm again, and I'm probably able to show you any more activity. Okay, I think I have another question from Victor Onulaka. How do you administer oral vaccine using battery cage? That's not difficult. For vaccine, I don't know if you're able to see the end of this pen. Gosh, and I said I won't get to the end of the pen, but because of this question, I have to walk to the end of the pen. But then I'm scared of the network. If the network disappears, I'm sorry. I just hope I'm able to get a good network coverage at the end of the pen. So you see these water buckets? Yeah, so these 3 water buckets serves water to all the birds on this line. So we have another water bucket for this other line, and another one for the last line over there. So we administer our vaccines and medications in that bucket, and it serves water to all the birds. So all the birds get to partake. What's wrong with this bird here? Has dark stuff on the comb. Oh, I'll have to tell the staff about it so that they can isolate this bird. Yes, I understand. You mean Lasota? Yeah, that's how we administer our Lasota. But you can also check my videos. I have a video about administering Lasota. You can please look for that video, and you would see how I administer Lasota to my birds as they are in battery cages. I hope that answers the question, please, Victor. I actually need to go now. So yeah, I have a video about administering Lasota, and of course my birds are in battery cages. Okay, yeah. Victor is saying thank you for your answer. All right, you're welcome, Victor. Thank you for joining everyone. Bye bye.